1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. Uranus in Virgo, or the sixth house. So Virgo energy is all about basically, being focused, being analytical. Like Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And I love this placement because here you have the higher mind of Uranus coming with the lower mind of Mercury. And the reason why I love this placement is because Virgo energy to me basically helps to focus this energy and make magic happen. Because in the video, when I talk about this energy, Uranus and Gemini, like it could be super chaotic because it's like higher mind, lower mind coming together and both of them wants to be free or whatever and expressive. So it's like it'll take other placements to bring it all together and focus it and create some success. But here when Uranus is inside Virgo, it's like Virgo is analytical, Virgo is detailed, Virgo energy is organized energy. So here you get to organize the lower mind and the higher mind. It's like the lower mind is curious about mundane, everyday like things. And Virgo energy is able to be strategic and organized. And at the same time, what I love about Virgo energy is that Virgos are represented by the Virgin, and the Virgin energy is an energy that is known to be inexperienced and pure and whatnot and whatever else you want to call it. But the reason why I love that is because it brings a level of humbleness to this energy. So Virgo energy is not the know-it-all energy. This is the student and teacher for life. And that's where the humbleness comes in, where it's like, this is an energy that knows they don't know everything. And because they know they don't know everything, they're able to learn a lot of things. Their minds is not just closed off. So with Uranus here, it's like whatever it is that you want to learn or focus on in your life, it's like you have the ability to focus in on it, analyze it, and at the same time connect with the higher mind of Uranus and go into different realms and realities where you're able to channel different ways of doing things and understanding whatever it is that you want to understand. Like, say, for example, with me, when I was studying numerology, it's like basically I felt like at some point I was literally losing my mind because I was watching myself. Basically, it's almost like I had an out-of-body experience where I was literally observing myself, analyzing the information and watching my mind work at a certain speed where it felt like I had no control over it. And I feel like with this placement, it's like this can happen. Like, say, for example, you are into health. You are into health and natural medicine or whatever. And basically you are breaking something down and getting to the deeper levels of it. It's like you can literally first use your lower mind and have the curiosity, the Virgo energy and the focus, and then watch the Uranian energy. Basically just the information just starts coming in like the speed of light, where it's like all of a sudden things when it comes to health and exercise that you don't know how you just know it just keeps coming through. So it's like when it comes to me creating my system for numerology, it's like I say it's my system, but it doesn't feel like it's mine because it almost felt like it came through to me, like it came through into me type of vibe. And I feel like that's something that you guys can relate to. When it comes to Virgo energy, and Uranus being here, you might rebel when it comes to growing up. So say growing up, you grew up in a household that was strictly meat eaters and whatnot. You may rebel from their way of eating because you took the time to make sense of things. your higher mind was able to say, you know what, this doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to eat this way because, you know, I don't digest it well. And I take a look around at all the people in my family and they don't look so healthy. So it's like, if I do what they do, then that means I'm going to look like them. And I don't want to look like them. Like, I don't want to end up like them. And I feel like because of that, like, you may rebel from their way of doing things, where it's like when it comes to exercising and eating, like you may have rebelled from, you know, basically what you grew up knowing. Maybe you grew up in the family that were all vegans and vegetarians and you completely rebel and wanted to be a meat eater because maybe for whatever reason, based on the information that you came across, you feel like it is more healthier for you to eat that way. You feel like your body thrives better when it comes to that. Like, that's just me giving a random example. The sixth house also has to do with our everyday life, our everyday routine, our work routine, you know, the way we approach things in our everyday life. And with Uranus being here, you might find that basically, to me, this is like having Aquarius in the sixth house. It's like you don't like routines. Like whatever you do for a living, it is important that it doesn't consist of you like starting every single day at the same time, because you're gonna feel like a slave. And basically you don't want to see the same people over and over and over again when it comes to this placement. I feel like with this placement, it's like this placement belongs to those people who work for themselves, create their own business, where it's like, yeah, you see clients, but you don't see them every single day. And when you do see them, they're not always getting the same thing. So it's like you could be a barber or a hairstylist or a nail tech or whatever. It's like, yeah, you might see your coworkers every day, but your everyday interactions are completely different. Your everyday conversations are completely different because you're constantly meeting different people in the process. With this placement too, you might find that you're the outcast at your job. You're the outcast at your job because you rebel. You rebel from their ways of doing things. Like, you're not the kind of person that just flocks with the crowd. Like, you're not the kind of person that just goes with the flow. And if you're going with the flow, you want to know why you're going with the flow. Like, you need to make sense of why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. And some people might take offense to you being you when it comes to this placement, because it might seem like you just want to rebel for the sake of rebelling. And that is very possible with this placement. But at the same time, like, Virgo energy needs to make sense of things. So if what they're doing does not make sense to you, it's like you're not going to want to do it. And because of that, you will be the outcast. You will be considered like the reject. And in a lot of cases, you might be the scapegoat, in the sense that because you naturally rebel anyways, you know, you might be in a toxic environment where they don't know how to have conversations without talking about other people. So they talk about you because everybody could relate to the fact that you're different. And then because you're different, you move different, you do things different. That could create major insecurities in other people. So because of that, it's like, you know, let's pick on this person, and everybody is low-key picking on this person because like you upset their, you know, their norms because you're not like them, or you don't do things the way they do things. But when it comes to just like lifestyle, diet, and things like that, you're someone who could be extremely innovative, in the sense that you might be experiencing some kind of health situations or whatnot, and you're able to sit down and basically channel through higher information. And like I said, come up with different ways how to help yourself and make yourself better through it. Virgo energy also talks about like our fitness and exercising routines and things like that. So when it comes to you exercising, your exercise is going to be different. Like, your idea of exercise has to be different. Like, of course, I don't know, I'm not referring to any other placement in your chart, but say, for example, most people would like to go into a gym and run in one place or whatever. Like, you're going to come up with a unique and innovative way of working out and, you know, losing weight or staying fit. And I feel like with this innovation and this different way of doing things, you might find that basically when it comes to either your approach to your everyday life, say you created some kind of digital calendar or something, or you came up with like, you know, some kind of supplements or whatever that's different that basically you find that gives you energy. Maybe you combine sea moss with this, that, and the next, and you realize like, wow, this really works for me. It's good for my digestion. And because I'm flowing freely, like I'm energized, like you could probably profit off of that, you know, or maybe, you know, some workout routine or whatever that you came up with. Like, you know, like say whoever came up with 4X, like that just randomly came to mind. It's like something like that. Like basically when it comes to your daily routine, your way of eating and your exercising, you're extremely innovative. You rebel from the norm because you're able to see that, okay, their way doesn't make sense, so I'm going to go my own way. And in the process of going your own way, you invent something new, and it could be very profitable if you were to ever try to share it with other people. So that's my quick rundown about Uranus inside Virgo or the 6th house. Drop me a blue heart in the comment box below if you relate to this video, this message or whatever, or drop me 2 thumbs up emojis with a heart in the middle, whatever it is you want to do. Like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do because I know this energy is not the one to be told what to do. But anyways, this is the end of this video. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.